And I'm just going to bring up my share screen.
Okay, it's ready when you are.
Okay, ready, Narelle?
Absolutely.
Okay, hello and welcome everybody. It's so lovely to have you all here today. My name is Yvonne Mackett. I live in Perth, Australia, and I'd like to introduce you to Aussie Girls, OnPassive Aussie Girls and a Kiwi guy. Our Kiwi guy, Kenton Patterson from New Zealand, can't be with us today because he is working. But we have our lovely host today, Narelle Walk-On. Narelle will also be presenting today, so I'd like to introduce Narelle to you. Narelle is a published author and has many years' experience as a retailer, previously owning 2 florist businesses. Narelle has also spent many years and much money trying to create an online business with residual income. Narelle is enthusiastic and helps many people as seen on the OnPassive platform. I met Narelle through OnPassive and we've formed a very great friendship and work closely together to get OnPassive out to the people of Australia and New Zealand and the world. And today she will be sharing with you an opportunity called OnPassive. So I'll hand it back to Narelle where she can read the Australian Acknowledgement of Country and then she'll explain the overview of the next big IT company that is changing lives around the world. So thank you, Narelle. I'll hand it back to you.
Thank you, Yvonne. Thank you for that lovely introductory. It is always a pleasure having Yvonne as a friend and a close friend. If we had not been involved with OnPassive, we would never have met. I want to welcome each and every one of you today. You know, our time is very precious. And, you know, to come and hear this opportunity about OnPassive, it really is quite incredible. You know, that somebody asked you, somebody invited you to come along to have a listen today about this opportunity. But not only that, it's different. It's way different than what's out there. You know, this is more, this is bringing balance back to humanity. And I know that each and every one of you have been looking, have been searching, have been wanting to find something that is online, because we know that as we move forward within life, within our businesses and things like that, online is certainly the place to be. So thank you very much for joining us today. And thanks again, Yvonne. So what exactly is OnPassive? Well, it is a very real business. As you can see here, we have bricks and mortar buildings. The one on the right is where our CEO, Mr. Ash Farah, works out of an executive suite. And the one on the left is in India, Hyderabad, where the best of the best have been sourced to work, and the best of the best technicians, the best of the best engineers, and the best of those who support OnPassive. Now, these were sourced by Mr. Ash Farah, and we'll get into that a little bit later as we go on. I have forgotten to read our acknowledgement, so I'm going to just stop for a moment and do that. So we would like to acknowledge the land in which we are meeting on today and pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging. We would like to thank them for the knowledge they share with us to look after the land and each other. So welcome, welcome everyone. So OnPassive, and as you are watching this, I want you to think about or listen. Sit back, relax, take notes if you want to. If there's parts that you don't understand, then please write them down or please put them in the chat. We will have a Q&A after this presentation. OnPassive is legal and compliant. Now, what I want to explain there is we're not starting from a garage, an attic, you know, a little shop. We're starting with these humongous buildings. Buildings to say we are here, we are OnPassive, and we are in over 212 countries. We have 2 new offices coming soon in both Bangladesh and Singapore, and as soon as we have those photographs, we will put them up. So let me share a little about our CEO, Mr. Ash Farah. What a true man, heartfelt, transparent, honest man he is. You know, but he is a man with a vision for the future. Ash attended the American Intercontinental University for a master's degree in Information Technology and E-commerce, MIT. Ash has over 20 years experience in online business and has researched the likes of Walmart, Google, Twitter, Microsoft, Amazon, and many more. Ash understood how the internet has the potential to change the world and change poverty into prosperity. And if I can expand on that just a little for you, Ash did work for many years with other companies. He produced products, tools. He did an amazing job for these other companies, you know, skyrocketing to amazing online businesses. One of the things he found, because he has a heart, is that there are about 3% and only 3% that really make money online. And you'll find as we go through the slides that a lot of this is, you know, marketing. Marketing is his forte. And how good is he at it? He is certainly amazing. And there will be a few of us that may be able to explain that a little bit further as we come back into the Q&A. But Ash really wants to change the world. He saw that 3% who made that money, 97% didn't. And they're the ones that he's saying, hey, I want to help you guys. I want you to help me in building and, you know, bringing forward this company OnPassive with a platform of over 50 plus products. But not only that, you know, there are products that I will go through in a moment just to explain, and bringing that balance back to humanity. That is truly a man with a heart of gold, you know, because it's not just about making himself rich. He didn't want to be known as the richest man. There's many of them out there. They're the ones that sit at the top who kept that founder position or kept those positions close to their family or friends. No, Ash wanted to share it with now over 1,100,000 founders. He wanted to be known as the kindest man, not the richest man. So Ash is a family man with a beautiful wife and 2 young sons, and he has brought them onto our founders only meetings. And boy, they are special little boys. He has a keen interest in NASA and enjoys fishing and hiking. And I know he can't wait to catch that big one. So OnPassive's products, well, there's no recruiting or converting leads. There's guaranteed targeted traffic. It's self-funding and it's all done for you. Every imaginable tool for success, all easily accessible in one place. No copycat or recycled tech, and the lowest price anywhere on the globe. Now, when we talk about no copycat or recycled tech, we want you to know that when this started out, when Ash first put the business together, it didn't even have a name. It was like a online marketing solution business, but it evolved into so much more. But when he went to look at the products that were available that he would have to use on this online marketing business platform, he found that it was old technology. He found that it wasn't going to cut it coming into years ahead, you know, being advanced because technology moves so fast. So he decided to, you know, get the best of the best, source the best of everything. And India is where it all happens. They seem to be the best of the best when it comes to technology and advanced technology. So he wanted to create something that stood out, something that was completely different to what you use now. So again, I will go through that a little bit further on in the slides. I just wanted you to know that everything that you use right now on the internet is basically been, you know, 10 times forwarded into the future by AI technology and machine learning. So here are a couple of our products. This is 20 of them. These can be seen over on our website at onpassive.com. Go over, have a look, you know, see how they fit into your life. See if they fit into your business, small, medium, or large. Do you know friends, you know, that have corporations or in corporate situations? Do you know people who are in universities, in governments? Because this business has been made for all. And these products that are available are standalone business, each and every one of them. So I'll just go through a couple here. Of course, OwnNet, you know, Facebook, social media platforms, we're just about over them. We've had enough of them. They may be trying to put it out there that they're doing the right thing, but censorship with Facebook is just hideous at the moment. You know, they're putting people in Facebook jail for no apparent reasons and yet allowing other stuff which should be banned. Facebook had been a social media platform for a very long time, but we're bringing to you a new one. It's called ONET. Now, the best thing about this is ONET is not going to sell your information to third parties. That's truly amazing. Not going to sell your information to third parties, because Facebook and all the others do that, right? They have like the hold over the whole social networking platforms, but not for too much longer. OConnect, similar to the Zoom platform that we're on today, OConnect is a hassle-free video communication tool. Now, yes, there is going to be outstanding, amazing technology in OConnect, because they have a language translator attached. No other company does this. 57 different languages. So if it's just you and you want to speak to somebody and they're in a different language, different country, then they're going to be able to click on a button and be able to hear what you have to say in their language. The other thing is, big businesses and things like that who are connecting worldwide all the time with people from all different countries at all times of the day and night. This is going to benefit their business. OBless is the reason I came into OnPassive. OBless is a community to support the causes and ideas, but it's our crowdfunding platform. Now, you may have seen other crowdfunding platforms, i.e. GoFundMe. I have used Facebook Fundraiser before. And what I didn't know and what I did learn was that they take 15 to 30% of the money off the top. And you know what? You know what that actually means? That means $114 billion was their projected revenue for 2001. Isn't that just incredible that these companies can take from those who need help, those who are less fortunate? I really find it quite criminal. But OBless was what stood out for me, because I have a great niece, Mimi, who has cerebral palsy. She's 9 years old. She can't walk. She has expensive treatments, twice a year. Her parents take her away to a place in Sydney. Sorry, can you mute that person? To a place in Sydney called Napa, which is a US company. There is no medical insurance. There is no coverage for any Medicare, what we call over here Medicare, to cover those expenses. And those expenses are $8,000 to $10,000 every for a 3-week block, where Mimi goes 5 days a week and uses extensive, amazing technology. Oh my goodness, when you see the machines that they strap this little girl up to, it really is quite amazing. But every year I help to fundraise to help her parents towards those funds. It really is quite expensive. And then she goes to other treatments as well. When I was using those, I thought maybe an admin fee was coming out, but when I learned that it was 15 to 30%, I was really quite shocked. And it was really hurtful, because we know that when we're blessed, right, we want to bless others. And it's hard to think that companies are earning off of the way that we feel, the way that we help people. So it is proven scientifically in our DNA that the power of giving is 10 times more rewarding and fulfilling than receiving and taking. And that was said by our CEO, Mr. Ash Mafara. And like I said, OnPassive gives all of the money raised to your community, to your cause or your idea. Can you just imagine what $114 billion could have done for those children who have no water, food, place to sleep, for the homeless in any of our countries? It truly is, it truly is criminal. But our OBless is going to give 100% of the money raised is going to go to the community, go to the cause, go to the idea, and in my case, go to little Mimi's treatments. So why do we need this? Let's compare the list. Now, I'll just run through these quickly, because most of us who have been on the internet, most of us who have had online businesses, most of us who have tried to, make a residual income know that the old current model on the internet is based on competition and conflict. We know that there's 97% of scams. They turn into money pits, because each time you have to keep paying to be a part of those businesses. They require you to sell and recruit, and we know what that's like. Just do what I do and you'll be fine. You'll make the millions. doesn't happen, right? Because not too many are good at selling and recruiting. And not only that, it's the marketing. People forget that you can have the most beautiful website in the world, but unless you know how to market to get people to that website, it just isn't going to happen. We can spend a lot of money just trying to establish an online presence. All the tools are obtained separately, and we all know that. You know, you're logging into your emails, you're logging into Zoom, you're logging into YouTube. They're all different. So whereas these are all on one platform, so there's no guarantees you're going to make money online. Pits marketers against each other. We know it's a dog-eat-dog world out there. The best next product is coming out. It's just around the corner, and they're coming thick and fast at the moment. There's either new health products, skincare, washing powders, you know, whatever it might be. I'm sure we've all got some in our cupboard because we thought, oh yeah, maybe this can work for us this time, maybe this time, you know, but we were let down in a sense. We were made false promises of people that were faking it till they make it, you know, and then you sort of fell off the wagon 3 months into it because you just couldn't afford to keep it going. So, and the compensation is based on your own efforts, which means if you don't sell and recruit, then you're not going to get paid. So let's have a look at OnPassive's new model. So it's based on mutual benefit. It's a real business, real products, real people. As you can see, we're all here. We are here to help each and every one of you. So it's self-funding and it pays you to use it. So marketer does not have to sell. We don't have to recruit, and every tool needed for success is included. So one platform, one interface, one login, amazing, and all these products are available for you to use. It truly is a no-brainer when you think about that. There is a money-back guarantee according to our NDA. So if you are a guest here today, if you are listening to this, please come in, join us, and I will go through the details of that a little bit further on. But just understand that we do have a money-back guarantee according to our NDA, which is a 30-day money-back guarantee. The marketers only compete with ourselves, so we're not competing with anybody. We're all here as a big, happy family, and that's one of the best things I think that I have seen since coming into OnPassive was that it is a big, happy family. When you don't have selling and recruiting, everybody wants to help each other succeed. It truly is quite amazing. And we also have a revolutionary breakthrough and patented compensation plan. It will, and it has, and it will, and we haven't quite seen it yet, but it is better than anything you have seen before, and you won't be able to compare it with anything else. So everyone in the near future will use something from OnPassive, whether they come for the money, because this is about a residual income. This is about building wealth. You know, but when you come in, you will see that it is far much more than that. So you come for the tools. There will be so many businesses because everything will be available on that one easy platform, one low price point, you know, and the value is probably 20 times more than what they've already got. And jumping from here, there, and everywhere. The benefits, the connections, or the communication, they will have a reason to come to OnPassive. So right now, right this minute, we have the opportunity of a founder's position available to you. Now, you don't get offered founder positions easily. You know, if you went and sort of thought, well, you know, Mark Zuckerberg, you know, Microsoft, Apple, any of those, you weren't asked to be a founder in Facebook. So why this amazing opportunity? Because like I said in the beginning, Ash Maffara has a heart of gold, and he is sharing this with those who he has seen struggle to make anything online, but he's bringing it to us as a platform of amazing, new and advanced AI technology, faster than anything you've seen before. And at this ridiculous price of $97 US plus a $5 admin fee, which is charged by the banks when you use your card. So this equates to approximately 136 Australian dollars or 143 New Zealand dollars. Have you ever heard of being able to be a founder in a multi-billion-dollar company? Yes, OnPassive is a unicorn company even before launch. Like I said, they're not starting from a garage. This is a real business, and this is your only opportunity to get in as a founder today. There is one out-of-pocket charge, and that is to start your subscription, because yes, we are a subscription-based business, a platform, and every month there will be fees charged. However, for us as founders at hard launch or premier launch, as they like to call it now, that once out of pocket payment of between $200 and $300 US will start your subscription, and you will never have to pay out of your pocket ever again. So here you have the opportunity to get in, because OnPassive becomes your business. You don't go to work for OnPassive. OnPassive goes to work for you. This is the exciting part about OnPassive. This is what's different, because in those other companies, what you have to do, you paid a month, or you paid for an advance, you paid maybe $1,000 to get all of this product because that was the best thing to do right then, right? $1,000. We're asking you for 136 Australian dollars or 143 New Zealand dollars to be a founder. And even when you take it in total, you're looking at a business for under 500 Australian dollars. Truly, truly incredible. So it's time to completely run your whole business on autopilot. Autopilot any business opportunity. Everything is 100% done for you. This is the exciting part. You don't even have to know much about techie stuff. You don't even have to have a business, because OnPassive becomes your business, and they go to work for you, providing you with a domain name, a URL, and a website, which changes 365 days of the year. That's where the targeted traffic comes in. The campaigns start, and they go to work for you. Advertising, marketing, leads, signups, recruiting, and team building. Everything is done for you 100%. And yes, it automates your existing business and provides a massive income opportunity by simply using this breakthrough platform. So even if you do have a business, you can bring it over onto the platform of OnPassive, and they go to work for you as well, as long as your business is legal and compliant according to those regulations through OnPassive. So here are the benefits of being a founder. Well, first, you will earn residual income for life, and this is generational wealth. So will be able to be handed down to your children, and not only that, your grandchildren, and so on. Targeted traffic to your website given to you by the company, and these marketing campaigns will be beginning shortly. And once we go out to the world, we will be seen everywhere. So OnPassive builds your business and team for you automatically. You'll be part of the beta testing, which we are in right now. That's why it's so important to think about, or not even think, just get in as a founder. Also, you'll have a part in the inner circle decision-making. You pay one time out of pocket, which I described on the last slide, and that starts your subscription. The rest comes from profit. So for the first time in ever, and I've heard Marty DeGamo say, for the first time, it's everyday people like you and me that are the founders in this multi-billion-dollar business. We're there. And when it goes out to the world, particularly if you can look at big business and things like that, they're the people that are going to come. And where will they go? They will go under each and every one of us as founders. So you can only begin to imagine what that is going to do for us. And the thing is, they're getting something that's a better value. They're getting something of better speed, and they're getting it at a better price point. So people will come, companies will come, organizations, universities, they will come. You'll benefit from the massive marketing campaigns. And again, when it goes out, when it starts, which is very close, okay, you're going to see OnPassive on TV, radio, hear it on radio, see it in magazines, billboards. It is going to be everywhere. And you have access to every tool you will ever need. Again, one interface, one login, one platform. How exciting is that? You just need to log in. We do have a OTP, which is a one-time password, and that's to protect your O-wallet, which is attached to your back office. We have security so strong on this, because once you start to receive from the people coming in, the companies and everything like that, buying the products, becoming customers, because again, we 1,100,000 plus strong will all become customers as well. That's truly incredible. I mean, this man is a genius. And it's all done 100% hands-free. It's out there for each and every one of us to just grab onto. And like I said, we don't have to know all the technical stuff behind it. So founder positions are closing real soon. And we can't guarantee that how long they're going to be available for. Richard Branson has an amazing quote, and it goes like this. If somebody offers you an amazing opportunity, but you are not sure you can do it, just say yes, then learn how to do it later. In OnPassive, you can come in and be passive or active. Now, by passive, we mean that you can come in, this is your business, you get a back office, you can go to webinars if you wish, just plug in, learn little things about what OnPassive is. Learn, because there are going to be people asking you, hey, can you explain to me about OChat or OStaff, Academy? I want to know about these things. Now, you don't have to fully explain, but this is your business, so it is best that you know a little bit. And that's not a lot to ask. You can sit back, like I said, you don't have to do any of the tech, you don't have to get out there and market or do anything, because they do this for you 100% hands-free. You can be active. Now, Yvonne and myself from OnPassive Aussie Girls and a Kiwi Guy, we're active, what I would call active, because we're out there sharing this opportunity. We want Australians to know, we want New Zealanders to know that this is a real, true business. You know, this isn't some scam, it isn't some, place that's just come in and one fly by night. You know, this started in July 2018, and like I said earlier, it has evolved into such an amazing, not only company, not only business, but a family, a family that are out there helping you and me, and just saying, hey, take a listen to this, because this is going to change your life. This is going to change not only your life, but the lives of those around you. And also, when you have sufficient and you're able to pay for your own whatever you need, whether it be paying off your house or just buying a better car, whatever it is, helping your family, then you are going to be able to share, and help bring that balance back to humanity. One of the big things that I first heard with OnPassive was bringing correction back from the corruption. Now that's huge. I'll let you think about that one. But active or passive, everyone will win. You just need to get in. So I want to thank you so much today. I took a little bit longer to explain just some of the benefits of OnPassive, but please get back to the person who brought you here today, because to join OnPassive as a founder, you need a personal link from those people. I hope that you've enjoyed it, and I hope that you have questions, plenty of questions for us. Our CEO has a quote that goes, see you at the top where your ears will pop. And one of my big things that I like to ask people is, how long will you watch others do what you want to do? Think about that. And thank you very much for being here today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Narelle. That's awesome. A round of applause. Well done. Always a great presentation, always from the heart, especially about Oh Bless. So thank you so much. I'd just like to thank the Leadership Council, Chris Johnson, Marty DeGamos. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for allowing us to use the OnPassive Zoom account and get this out to New Zealand and Australia and the world. We really do appreciate that. So thank you. So if there's any questions, please put it in the chat or raise your virtual hand. How about we go over to Chris for a few words? Thank you, Narelle.
Thank you, Yvonne. Thank you so much.
Wow, you picked me before the great DeGarmo. I'm impressed there, but
there's a reason. He's busy.
First of all, Narelle and Yvonne, once again, I'll say a phenomenal presentation. Narelle, you hit that perfecto. Absolutely loved it. If people that are out there watching it now don't sign up, well, I don't know who. You just saw one of the best presentations on here. Truly amazing. Every time I hear it's all done for you, I do get goosebumps, because no one's ever done it for me. Chris Johnson always had to do it for himself. Now I got a company that does it all for you. Like I said, I'm not a recruiter. People think like I'm like a salesman because I got this big old mouth, but the truth is I don't have to. I could just sit back and watch TV all day and let this go to work for me, which is kind of cool. Or To me, if you got a little bit of sense, and I got a little bit of sense, you can get out there and share it to people, Marty, that you care about. And that's what I did. I actually gifted most of my family, some friends. And to me, that's what OnPassive made me feel. I have a gentleman called Ash Mafara who's actually giving everything away. Who does that in this time and age, Who's actually nice in this time and age? This guy came along. He ripped me off the news channels because I was like glued to the TV. And I found myself just being depressed all the time watching the news. I joined OnPassive about a year, 4 or 5 months ago, turned off the television, plugged into OnPassive, realized that there's a lot of good people in this world, no matter what their color, no matter what their religion. And I've had a lot of fun with this. But I'm like Narelle. I absolutely fell in love with Obless and what it can do. And Obless represents everything to me that's wrong in this world that we've overlooked for many, many years. Of course, if you know me, we're going to go after homeless first in Michigan. But everyone out there that's got some kind of project where they looked out their front door and says, man, that's horrible. Man, I want to fix that. Well, now you're going to have the funds to be able to do that. So I really believe, and I say it all the time, that Obless to me is our big winner because it's showing what a company is finally giving back. I mean, all these multi-billion-dollar companies out there, what are they doing for us? When's the last time the gas company said, hey, we're going to give you all a break. We're going to make gasoline 50 cents a gallon for the next month because to show our support for the last 100 years. And they can't even do that. You got a guy who's working his butt off for you. He's giving you basically everything and you don't have to do nothing but share it. That's the kind of business people I want to hang out with. That's the kind of business I want to be part of. And guess what? I'm part of it. That's all I got, Yvonne and Narelle. Thank you for letting me speak and wonderful job once again. I love you both.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you. And thank you, Yvonne. I think that, Chris spoke or just touched on briefly about the homeless and things like that, and about how this is going to change the world. It's going to send out the ripple effect to many. Can you imagine over 1 million founders, bringing in or paying $1 towards a cause, towards your community, towards the homeless? This is what stands out for me. We're not starting with half a dozen people. We're not starting by paying $1,000 for a vision. The vision is there. This is all happening right now. All we're asking you to do is be a part of it because somebody cared enough to say, hey, I really want to show you something that will change your life. But not only that, you're going to be known as a founder within this multi-billion-dollar company. And also you're going to be able to help so many worldwide. This isn't just about a residual income. It's not about a plan B. People are out there running around on the internet, bright, shiny objects here, there, and everywhere. How many of us have got caught in them over the years? How many of us still have products in our drawers, in our cupboards, that we spent thousands of dollars on just because we were told, hey, listen, buy this package because this is going to be the most beneficial for you. Yeah, I did that. I did that in 2019, and I'm still using some of those products today in 2022 because for the first 3 months, I bought the big package in the beginning, and because it lasts so well, I'm here in 2022, still using some of those products. I've never bought them again, but I did buy them for 3 months. And maybe it was 4. And I think my first check was about $8.43. Woohoo! Spend $1,000 and get a check for $8.43. Now that makes sense, right? Going to make $1 million like that. So the hardest problem, I think, what I found was being able to go out and sell and recruit. That was my big deal. I had an accident in the mines back in 2007, and I was basically rendered useless. I had chronic pain for 7 years, and it was a horrific time for me, and I couldn't work, couldn't barely even live each day. And I got up and I kept going. The thing is, you get up and you keep going and you start getting a little bit stronger. within your thought. You know, as Chris said, stay away from the news. Don't cling on to negatives in life, because they, you know what, you go round and round in circles, and they get you absolutely nowhere. Now, like I said, I was made promises. I went back to work 7 years later. I started as a casual job in a car sales place, but I was the aftermarket lady. So I was selling you come in, buy a new car, and I was selling you the tint for the windows, the paint protection, the interior protection, and anything else that I possibly could, because we got a low income wage, plus we were paid bonuses for anything that we made above and beyond our targets. Right? Well, you had to work your butt off. And I was pretty good. And I get on with a lot of people pretty well. But you know what? I struggled even at that. And this was in a car sales place, selling the products that were going to help them with their brand new car. And yet I still struggled. Do you know why? Because those products were expensive. If you wanted paint protection, it was $2,000. If you wanted your windows tinted, it was $500. If you had a four-wheel drive, it was $800. You know, a combination, you know, you used to sort of sell it. I'm no good at selling something. Even if I believed in it, I'm no good at selling something which I think is ripping people off, right? I don't like it when I know that the cost of tinting a car was probably $100, and here they were charging $500. I don't work really well with that. But anyway, while I was there, I was under a lot of stress. I was under the pump. There was a particular manager that was absolutely horrible to women, absolutely horrible. Anyway, one morning I woke at 2:30 having a heart attack, which I didn't know was a heart attack because I didn't know that I had a heart problem, right? Anyway, I went downstairs, I took a couple of Panadol, sat back up on the bed, didn't go away the pain. So I decided to ring over here. We have 13 Health, and that's a company, that business that you can ring where you talk to a registered nurse and they can guide you as to what can happen if a doctor needs to come out. Well, she sent an ambulance and said, I think you're having a heart attack. And the ambulance was there in 7 minutes. 7 minutes, I was rushed off to a neighboring hospital because they take you to the nearest one and then they transfer you later. 1 week to the day, I mean, they did tests, they did blood tests, they did an angiogram and found that I had 100% blockage in 2 of my arteries, 100%, and 50% in another. So I was rushed in and had a triple bypass and my heart was repaired. And I always still to this day believe, and I will never ever change believing, that God brought me all through this. You know, he even to have my heart fixed after living through domestic violence, after being sexually, physically, and mentally abused when I was younger, right from a two-year-old girl, right? I have been through it. So I'm saying to you, I'm coming to you transparent. I'm coming to you and saying, this is something that will change your life. Because not only for me, I turn 61 next month. And you know what? There's not a great deal I need anymore. I have a car, my son and I have a house together, and we can pay off the house. Fantastic. You know, wonderful. And we can perhaps buy a better car, but we don't really need it. You know, and maybe a little bit nicer furniture. I know my son wants a new bed because, you know, when you have hand-me-downs most of your life, it's nice to get something new. But my big thing is to go out there and help the rest of the world because, you know, out there needs our help. Out there screaming out, saying, where is all this money? You see, and I'm not going to discriminate here with any religion, but you see a pope sitting on a solid gold throne. The Queen is the richest or one of the richest women in the world. Now, they may have titles, but they are just like you and me. Okay, so why aren't they having that heart? Why don't they get out there and say, hey, I want to help the world? But instead they don't. They keep it close to them. Even those in business online, even those who have, you know, the presence, like the founders of Apple, you know, the CEOs of Facebook, those who have the money, where do you see them doing anything? You don't. They sit on it. And occasionally they throw money at something that might have come up, floods somewhere, or, you know, snow blizzards that ripped out or damaged people's houses, you know, tornadoes that rip through different countries. That's it. That's the only thing. And then you don't hear about it. You don't say, oh, they put $1 million in or $1 billion. No, because they sit on it. And what does that breed? It breeds greed, and it breeds people who want to have power over other people. We are not like that in OnPassive. We are a family. We come together with heart. We want to share our heart. We want to share our OnPassive with you. I'll stop there because it gets very emotional, but I just wanted to share a little bit my story today, a little bit of where I came from, so that you all understand that I know we all have a story. Each and every one of you has had struggles in your life. Each and every one of you has been down, probably rock bottom, which I was at quite a few times in my life. I wonder why I'm still here today sometimes, but I know that God brings me through. Yes, I believe in God. I believe in Jesus, that he saved us, and I will shout it out to the world. But I'm not here for that today. I'm here for each and every one of those who are listening, who are seeing and saying, well, what is this all about? What can this do for me? Reach out to each and every one of us. And I can tell you that any of us in Australia and New Zealand, we are calling out for you in particular. We are here, Yvonne, Mackett, myself, and Kenton Patterson from New Zealand, to say we care. We want to be here for you. We want to help you. So thank you once again for listening to me. I'm going to hand over to our dear Marty DeGamo if he's free, and then we'll go to some questions if we have some. Thank you, Marty.
Thanks,
Wow.
Narelle.
I don't know if I can follow that. Thank you, Narelle. Great job on the presentation. Yeah, I'd like to direct to people that are watching this and that aren't founders. Yes, you're right. We do look crazy, and yes, we are dysfunctional. But get the facts first, and you'll find out why. What I want to say is, I spent 16 years online full time. I built teams of thousands, and I couldn't make it. So if you can't do that, think about where you're at. I know people go from one shiny object to the next one, to the next one, to the next one, and you'll have a guru tell you, wow, you had 5 people opt in. What a great job. All they do is leading you to giving more money. You can't make it like that. You just cannot make it. And then even if you get to the point where you can drive your own traffic, which I did, now what happens? I meet me 10 years ago. And what did I know? I knew nothing. So can I duplicate what I did for 10 years to this guy I just met? I want to. I wish I could, but you can't. And that goes on and on and on. And when you get in a business, they tell you, follow me, do this, do that, make a list, call this, get 20 no's. Don't worry about this, keep going, and you'll make it. It's not true. It's just not true. And that happens year after year, month after month. And I'm telling you, and I've been doing this a long, long time. When OnPassive came my way, what I wanted towards the end was, because every time you open up or flip over a rock, you find out there's something you didn't know. I found out that, yes, you can drive traffic, you're one step higher. Yes, you get a good business, you're one step higher. Yes, and this goes on and on and on. And right at the end, you find out, unless you have a boatload of people that know what you know, that you happen to find online, you might make some income, but if you stop recruiting, you die. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are in the whole country, in the world. These guys you see, I knew guys that made 100 grand a month. Personally knew guys that made 100 grand a month. And a couple of years ago, they're selling a home and downsizing because the company they were with, they couldn't recruit anymore, and it slowly died down. Why is it dying down? People can't afford the auto ship. They can't build teams. They don't. It's the same story. It's not rocket science. You have to find a company that was built from scratch that says, let's give everybody the same playing field. Let's throw the same pitch. Let's give them the same bases to run. I'm not saying everybody's gonna be a millionaire in one day, but when the company is designed for Robert, John, and John, and Lydia, and Tina, and Yvonne, and Narelle to make it, you at least have a chance, right? This guy built the company so that all of us, when we come in, he said, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make the best products in the world. They're in high demand. I'm going to sell these products at 50% what normal people are paying. And when the money comes in, I'm going to share the wealth with you. Why the heck would you say no? Why in your right mind would you say no? Here's what's happening. People got beat up so bad year after year, month after month. They look at us and they go, this guy's a con artist. He's no good. She's no good. Look, the best you can do is share this business. Don't make it technical. It's 100% automated. Everything's done for you. You don't have to make a list of your family. You don't have to harass your family. You can go to celebrations with your family and they're not hiding underneath the couch to get away from you. You share the business. If they want to do it, get in, fine. They don't, move on. You don't even have to share it. You want to get there quicker, share it. But there is no business online. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to say it again. There is no business online in the world that will give you what this company gives you. I don't care who it is. I've been on here too long. I spend 18 hours a day online. There's nothing. So if you want a chance and you've been laying in bed looking at the ceiling going, God, I can't keep going on like this, living paycheck to paycheck, this is your answer. Take it. $97 to give you a multi-million-dollar business, the chance of that, you're going to go, I don't know. I could buy a few pizzas and maybe go to Taco Bell twice. I mean, are you kidding me? It's a no-brainer. And you don't listen. When you come in, you are an expert. You know why? They're going to build for you slowly. Now I know people got this misconception. I'm going to get in. I'll be a millionaire in a month. No, but you'll be successful. And the first month will be the lowest pay you ever make. Your second month could be double, and the second month could be double that, and the second month could be double that. That's what you're getting into. And I talked to Mr. Mafara last night, and he told me everything that everyone knows, they still know 10%. He said, this is huge, absolutely huge. But don't beg anybody. Jesus Christ couldn't convince people to do something. Martin Luther King couldn't convince everybody. Gandhi couldn't convince everybody. Marty DeGarmo in New Jersey, some fat guy, is not going to convince everybody. But what we can do is share it. If they want to do it, come with me. If you don't, bite me. That's it. Keep that motto, share it with them, and keep moving on, and you'll do fine. But be honest with people. Don't sugarcoat it. Tell them this is the best thing that ever happened. It sounds too good to be true. Take my word for it. If you don't, get your 97 back. But look at it. At least look at it, and you'll do very, very well. And you guys will grow in Australia. People are nervous. It's just a different country. UK is about the same. This thing will grow. When they see it on the news in the next 3 or 4 weeks, and everybody's going to hear about OnPassive, you remember all the people you spoke to are going to come back and go, hey, that company you told me about, was that OnPassive? Yeah, that's it. How do I sign up? It's coming. So share it. No doesn't mean no. No means later. People are just scared. That's all. That's all I got. Thank you.
Thank you, Marty. It's always good to hear from you and explaining, because Marty is and has been a big marketer, both himself, Mike Ellis and Dan Street, they've been out there. They've been marketers for years online, and it got them nowhere because with marketing comes big expenses, right? Huge expenses. And that's why you see, Coca-Cola, and I'm not going to sort of say that I like Coca-Cola, but there's big companies that you see advertising all the time on television and radio. Their advertising dollar, it doesn't cost them a few dollars. They're advertising on every channel, on every state in Australia and New Zealand, all over the world. Where do you think that comes from? Because their marketing dollar is what brings them in, trillions of dollars in sales. Marty, I do see that there's a question in the chat, and it might be one that you might be able to help us with. if I can find it now. Yvonne, I don't know if you can see it
Yeah,
there.
this is a question from Pastor Tony's team. The question came to me from a guest. So, can someone comment on advertising dollars and profit sharing within OnPassive as a founder? Do you want me to reread that?
Yes, please.
Okay. Can someone comment on advertising dollars and profit sharing within OnPassive as a founder?
Can someone do what now? I'm trying to figure out what they want to know.
Yeah, comment on advertising dollars.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Well, to begin with, Aswipar signed a contract with a very big advertising company or whatever for 16 months. That's supposed to start any day. In fact, it might already have started. I don't know. And it's going to run 16 months. Now, during that doesn't mean 16 months we're going to be in premiere launch or soft launch or whatever you want to call it. They can switch right in the middle of the run. They can switch from a founder to reseller to customers in a click of a switch. You just change from what website you're promoting to another website. When we pay our subscription the first time, whether it's $300, $200, whatever it is, that is the switch. They take part of that money from all of us, and that's what pays to give us targeted traffic. And every month, believe it or not, we pay. Not out of pocket, but we do pay every month. Every month, whatever it is, if it's $250 or $300, they take that out and they give it to the advertising. Whatever Ashley-Farr and his tech team sees as the best advertising and the way to get targeted traffic. Targeted traffic means my daughter's got a little Walkman, one of those little iPads, right? And I was looking on it. And it's pretty cool, little kids shows and all that, right? But the advertisement is a Chevy pickup truck. I don't know, but I don't think she's going to get one, right? Well, Chevy doesn't know it probably, or they have to pay for every time somebody views it. Targeted traffic is if I go in and I'm looking for a refrigerator and I punch in the word refrigerator or I want a refrigerator, that's a keyword into Google. That automatically triggers people to start throwing refrigerators in your face. OnPassive is going to be the best of the best at that, and they'll put a refrigerator there and maybe show a comparison, maybe OConnect instead of Zoom. And the person will look at it real quick. Well, here's OConnect, here's Zoom. What's the difference? This one's this much money, unlimited. This one costs you up to $10,000 a month. No competition. Boom, they're going to pick OConnect. Boom, there's a sale. If your name's, when that happens, you get part of that sale. If it's Harry's name the next time and Lydia's name the next time, and this is going on in milliseconds. That's what a rotator does. It'll be Yvonne, Marty, Norell, Robert, Yvonne, Marty, Norell, John, Mary, and it's going on all the time while you're sleeping. That's how you're getting paid while you sleep. Now, there'll be a lot of tire kickers. Somebody comes in, they kick it, they look at the ad, they put their name and email in. I'm not going to do it, right? There's a lot of people a lot of people do that. Here's the difference. Somebody goes to Roberts, puts his name and email in and says, I don't know if I'm going to do it. And he leaves. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. He works 3 to 11. He leaves. Next morning, he comes back and there's a little bit of information about what he did last night. He goes, that's right. I was looking at that last night. So he looks at it again. A few days later, he's doing something. He sees it again. Next thing he goes, yeah, I really do need that. I'm going to buy it. So the guy that in the rotator, when it hit Robert, he said maybe 3 nights ago, but 4 days later, he actually bought it. But at that time, Robert already had 3 more people click on his site. 2 of them paid. So now he's got 3. And this is going to go on over and over and over and over. But it also means Robert and John could both get 500 visitors to their rotating site, right? Out of the 500, 250 could actually pay. And on Robert's, only 50 pay. But 3 weeks later, 50 more people pay on Robert's. But during that time, you had another 250 people go through your site. And this is going to go on day after day after day after day on everybody's site. You can't do that. We can't afford that by ourselves. But when you have millions and millions of advertising dollars that the company's going to have for us, boom, baby. I mean, because that's going to happen all the time. They'll always, whatever product it is, they're going to be going in a rotator, and you're going to look and see an opt-in, nothing, an opt-in, a sale, opt-in, nothing, opt-in, sale, opt-in, sale, opt-in, sale, opt-in, sale. Let's say you go a free version of ONET. So you tell somebody, hey, come visit me on social media. Why don't people go? Because there's nobody there. But freak, you want to go to social media and there's 5 people there. But if you go, come see me on the social media, and they don't sell your information, and there's a million people there already, well, I'll go. As soon as they put their name and email under the Norel, and they come in, they check it out, they say hi to a couple of people, do whatever that you do on social media. There's this little thing hanging in the corner about something they like. Oh, what's that? Click, they buy it. 6 months from now, they bought it. Now you just got a raise, right? And this is going to go on day and night, night and day, because people say, how you make money on a free version? Zoom's free. They have a free version, but they made $139 billion last year. They passed ExxonMobil. And all of these products that we have are in high demand, and there's no competition. Why? What's competition? This has 9 of the objects, this has 10, and we have 1,000. It's not even on the same page. And we're 1/10 the price. So that's what we're heading towards. And I forgot the question. But I'm hoping somewhere in that mass I just said that you got the answer.
Sorry. Thank you, Marty. Appreciate that. The question was about the advertising dollars and profit sharing within OnPassive as a founder. So I think the profit sharing, I know that you covered the advertising, like the dollars and where they're coming from. Profit sharing within OnPassive as a founder was the other part.
Yeah,
of
it's
that.
not really profit sharing. You own your business. When there's a sale, you get a commission. Just look at it that way. Let's say you make so many dollars a sale. There's a sale, you made a commission. You'll know where it came from. You'll see it in your back office. You made a commission last night on 50 people, whatever it might be. And that's all. You're making a sale. It's not advertising. It's not investment. You're making a sale. It's like a commission. That's it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, people need to remember this is different, because you're not going to work for that company. You're not joining them as a, start at one level and move to this level, and then to that level if you sell and recruit. This is completely different. This is 100% done for you. So all you need to do is get in as a founder. You will be a customer. There is a reason why you will come to OnPassive in the future, and that will because everybody will be talking about it. Everybody will be shouting it from, have a look at this. This is amazing. First of all, it's going to be 5 years ahead of any technology that is out there right now. Machine learning, AI technology, and that is going to bring you a new experience, something that you have never experienced before. We as founders, now that we're in beta testing, have a little bit of a look at that in our back office, because we see different products becoming available to us. We're beta testing, which means that we're trying to break them in a sense. We're just getting out there and trialing it. But the speed, oh my goodness, if you want to talk about anything, just the speed to go from, to log in, to get you one-time password comes in seconds, like immediately. And then you want to go and you have a look at what's available. And there is so much coming. We just had a public launch with staff. Oh my gosh, if any of you people out there have businesses, whether you're big corporations, universities, big business, medium business, even small business. Now I had small business. And one of the things that was a pain in the backside was that each week, each month, each day, however you did it, you had to do the books, right? There was never an online program available just for small business. And if it was, it cost too much. you know, or you couldn't work it because it was just too hard, or it didn't fit in, you know, it wasn't aligned with, say, my florist business. Okay, it was for selling dog food, I don't know, but you know, it just wasn't aligned with myself. This here, we're going to have, you know, programs that are available for all different types of business, you know, and it's not just you know, your staff. I only had like 3 or 4 staff, but I needed to control that. I needed to know when their holidays were going to be. I needed to know when they needed were doing overtime, or I needed to know when payday was, you know, because when you're busy, because I was not only the owner of the florist, I was the florist. So I did all of the work as well and employed people to help me. But because I built it on my name, because I built it on my quality and ability to connect with people, right? Everybody wanted to speak to me. You know, phone calls. Oh, is Narelle there? Thinking that they would get extra flowers or better quality if they spoke to me, you know. So that's what you build when you build your name. And that's what OnPassive is doing for you. They're building your company, not your name, your company, your business. This becomes your business. And they're going to build that for you 100%. You don't have to go out there and sell. You don't have to ring up Auntie Jane and say, hey, I got this product. I know I've spoken to you before, but this is better. This is going to work, this one. You know, you just need to rub this cow manure onto the left side of your face, and it's going to make you look 30 years younger. Honestly, trust me, it's going to work. You know, or you're not going out there to say, hey, I use this washing powder, or I use this diet. How many diet places do you see out there? Which one works? Which one works? Can anybody tell me which one works? Because the one that works for you will not work for somebody else. But what we have here is a platform where everything is for everyone. The same quality, the same experience you're going to get, even though we're all different. You know, you may have a different experience to me as far as who you've spoken to, or the person that you brought in, or the person that said no, because we all get no's, and that's okay. You know what I see as no? They just haven't seen the vision. That's all. They didn't see the vision. That's why I explained a little bit more about my life today, so people can see that everyday people are joining this business. Over 1,100,000 founders. That's how many are joining all over the world. So we don't need any more founders. It's been said by our CEO, we don't need any more founders. But we're still open right now. So if anybody wants to get in as a founder today and not live with the regret of going, you know what, I heard Yvonne talk about this. I heard Kenton Patterson. I heard Liz David speak about this. I heard Tina say something about this, and Mary, you know, and those of us in Australia, you know, John Batakis, Robert, you know, you're out there talking about it because you saw the vision. But if they don't, it doesn't matter, because we don't actually need any more founders. We can go right now out to the world and it won't matter, but we just don't want our people living with regret. We don't want to see the sadness on their faces going, hey, we told you, we heard about this, but we didn't trust it, or we just didn't think that it was going to go anywhere or do anything. That's what people are going to say. You know, and I don't want to see that sadness on people's faces, but it's going to happen, because not everyone will see the vision, and not everyone will have that heartfelt connection that you had with the person that brought you along. So thank you so much, Yvonne. Yes, you got your hands up.
Wow. Thank you. I just want to say thank you, Marty. Pastor Tony was very grateful for that answer, and the lady said she was going to join. So congratulations to our new founder in advance.
Big
So
applause.
well done.
That's amazing. Thank you. Thank you.
Best move you can make.
Yeah, absolutely. You will never ever regret it now, you know, and honestly, I think, as Marty said, you know, what are you going to spend that money on? He said 97, he meant 97 US dollars. And I know, because Chris Johnson, I pulled up on that too. But in Australia, about 136, depending on how we're floating against the Aussie dollar. And in New Zealand, about 143 New Zealand dollars. What are you going to do with that? anyway? Would you waste that on something? Have you bought into these companies and never got a refund anyway? Come on, honestly, for that amount of money, and plus the once out of pocket payment, you're not going to be fooled here. Not, other companies don't start with 1,100,000 founders. They start with a few. If Mark Zuckerberg hadn't have asked his 5 friends and 2 of them turned up, they paid $1,000 each because they saw the vision of Mark Zuckerberg. They saw a vision. Well, what we're sharing with you today is a vision about the newest, the best, only business, online business that's going to change your life and bring balance back to humanity. This isn't about big profits and making everybody rich. Yay, it's not about that. This is about that heart connection. Look after yourself. The business goes to work for you. You don't actually have to do too much at all, or if you want to, you can share it and then share it out to the world. And those who will see it, and those who don't will come as customers or resellers within OnPassive. That's all I've got to say. But thank you so much for joining us today. Yvonne, is there anything else that is in the chat box? Or if there's anyone who would like to share, I'd love to hear from some of our Australian people or any New Zealanders that are on today. Just a 1-minute share of who you are, how you found OnPassive, and just basically share from your heart. We'd love to hear that from you. So if you'd like to raise your hand, maybe Robert or John, Mary.
There's no questions anyway, so.
Excellent. Thank you, Yvonne. But if you find that you do have a question later on and you think, oh yeah, I forgot, I should have asked that, write it down and speak to the person who brought you along. Or if you're looking at this video as the live stream, then certainly ask the questions, because to me, there are never any silly questions. And I always say, if you're looking at something, make sure that you ask all of your questions so that you can make that decision. Get them all answered, So thank you very much for that.
Mary Bruce, come on down.
Thank you, Yvonne Meckett. All I'm going to say very quickly is about this $97 or 130 whatever, and 140 whatever in Kiwi. All I can say is, look, when you go out for dinner, you're going to spend far more than that by the time you've paid a meal, had wine or whatever. I was at an OnPassive meeting in Perth a few months ago, and we were looking out at the bar, and I thought, you know what, most of those people there will at least drop more than $100 that night. And it's just going to go down their throat. Good time, but it's just going to go down their throat. So all I'm saying is, please, just think about it. Yeah, it's a brilliant business.
Mary, can you just tell us where you're coming in from today, please?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm coming in from Bunbury, which is a couple of hours south of Perth in Western Australia. Yeah, and I'm sorry I've been up and down. I'm house sitting a couple of gorgeous animals at the moment. So.
Beautiful. Thank you, Mary, for sharing today. We really appreciate that. And absolutely, you're right. Most people would spend that amount of money going out for dinner. Marty said pizzas, going to Taco Bell, whatever, whatever it is, McDonald's. Go and get a family of 4 McDonald's these days. I don't eat McDonald's, but, people go out there and, they're spending probably $50 or $60 just on one night's meal, and takeaway. And it's not really that crash hot, so think about it. If you've got something to sell, if you really are, real keen on this, then have a look around your home and see what you can sell. Try not to sell the children straight up, but if you can have something that's sitting in your garage or something that put your clothes online. You've got there are so many options to get together 136 Australian dollars or 143 New Zealand dollars. Honestly, you want this, you will go above and beyond. We have countries that walk for days, sleep on the side of the road just to be able to afford one position within this company and the founder position. Robert, lovely to see you, and we'd love to hear from you. Thanks, you.
Thanks, Narelle. Thanks, Yvonne. Marty and Chris for being here. I'm going to come at this a bit of a different way because I'm an Aussie from Sydney, Australia. I got in on the 31st of August 2018. I already understood Ashbafara's vision as a marketing platform. Today, as you can hear the conversation, it's been explained to you the principles and the whys and fors and against and why you should be in OnPassive. I've seen this company grow since that time, from a concept, a business opportunity, right through to our then called Go Founders website, right through 2019. I've seen leaders come in and go. I've been able to see Marty and Chris and everyone there express themselves over the years, and we say right up to here this day now. It's a different ball game. It's a whole thing you're seeing about OnPassive now is something just fantastic. You cannot, I can't even imagine the amount of work that Ashbafara has put into this. And I know that the Leadership Council and all those involved, founders here, Narelle, Yvonne, are making it possible for you to come in as a founder. And that's the most important thing. This is not just because I came in 2018. I'm lucky. I mean, how did an Aussie guy do that? Because I was online and I was looking to do things. I needed marketing. I needed traffic. That's why I'm here. So over 3 years later, I'm sitting here at the verge of this thing going crazy. So if you're sitting here today, get in, because I've waited over 3 years for this. And I'm very proud of it. Thanks very much.
That's so beautiful, Robert. Thank you so
John.
much for sharing.
Oh, Robert,
Yeah,
sorry.
amazing. And thank you
we
for
have
being
John.
here, and thank you for your support with OnPassive Aussie Girls and a Kiwi Guy. We really appreciate that you come in each and every time we have a webinar. So it is great to see you. John Batakis, please come on down.
Hello, everybody. My name is John, coming in from Melbourne, Australia. And I mean, you've heard everything basically that has to be said about OnPassive. You know, instead of going out tonight, spending $100 on food or clothes or whatever, come into OnPassive, and after launch, you won't be complaining about having to pay your electricity bill, your water bill, your rent, your mortgage, nothing. There won't be anything to worry about because you will be stress-free. You will be financially free. And for $97 US, seriously, what's there to think about? Just jump in. You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you don't like it, get your money back. Plain and simple. You know, it's as Marty said, it's a no-brainer. It really is. Jump in, and I promise you, your life will change. Thank you, Narelle.
Wonderful. Thank you, John. And thank you also for your support with us here in Australia and New Zealand. It really is appreciated. John, I think, came in 2021. So what an amazing opportunity that John saw this. You know, so remember that the day will come when there is no founders. It could be tomorrow, it could be in 2 weeks. You know, we don't know. But the day that Ash says no more, that's it. We've got enough now, is the day that you're going to say, I wish I could, I wish I did, I wish I could have, I wish I had listened, you know, I wish, but nothing, no amount of wishing is going to be able to make you a founder. Like John said, you know, we have a 30-day money back guarantee. Join, you will see, honestly, you won't even need a money back guarantee, because once you're into OnPassive and you see the love and the compassion and just how everyone helps each other. Remember, the no selling and recruiting, that's what makes it bad for people and other companies is they pit against other people. They get out there, just do this, like Marty said, write a list. You know, the candle, what is it? The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, your hairdresser, the person down the road, your neighbors, they're all sick of hearing from you, right? They've all had enough of you. And all you got to do is just share this and say, you know, maybe even an apology. I'm sorry for trying to make you join those others. I don't need to make you join this one. I just want to share this opportunity so that you can see it too. We're not forcing anyone to do anything here. We don't have to. Like I said, over 1,100,000 founders saw a vision. If people aren't ready to see it, then they're not ready to see it. But we just don't want people here to live with regret. Australia needs help just as much as everybody, so, and New Zealand as well. So thank you once again, John, for sharing that. I think we might end up shortly. We've got about 4 minutes. So I would like to ask, sorry, Yvonne.
So we do have a hand up, Deepak. I have brought him to the panel.
Yeah, sometimes it's a hand up just to come onto the panel.
Okay.
Okay.
He's there. I didn't know if you wanted to ask a question.
Deepak,
if you'd like to ask.
We only have a couple of minutes left, but do you have a question? There you go. Hey, how you going?
Very good morning, afternoon, evening. I don't have any question. I just want to share something like Google came with a search engine, Facebook came with the social media platform, YouTube with the social media, and Zoom with the video conferencing. But OnPassive is coming with complete ecosystem, complete internet ecosystem that has never been before by any of the IT company as per now. But just think that we are coming with complete ecosystem. On single click, people will find everything. They don't have to go here and there. They don't have to waste their time. Big companies, like, they don't have to go for several other tools. Whatever they need, they just have to do a single click and they will find everything. Just think how amazing is this. You know, people are thinking why Ash is not like launching. His thinking is beyond our imaginations. He want to come into the market with complete ecosystem so that we get a tag of coming with complete ecosystem, a company which came with a complete ecosystem. So it's a very great.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Sorry, we're running out of time. We have already been on for an hour and a half. So thank you so much for sharing that today. If there are no other questions, I would like to keep moving on. We have people coming in from all over the world at different times. Please, if you want to reach out to each and every one of us here in Australia and New Zealand, thank you so much for your support. Lids, lovely to see you today. You look amazing. Thank you to all of those who have come in. Tina from Singapore, you know, we're out there and we are global. Remember, 212 countries that we are in, so legal and compliant. All you need to do is reach out to the person who may have brought you along here today, or reach out to each and any one of us here in Australia. We are here to help you make the best decision of your life. Okay, so if that's all, Marty, then we might stop the live streaming and just finish off. So thank you once again, everyone, for listening and being a part of OnPassive Aussie Girls and a Kiwi Guy. Thank you.
Thank you, Narelle. Awesome job. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Hamp. I'm just waiting for the live streaming to.
I don't have control over it. You're the host.
How do I do that, Ray?
Great job, Narelle.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Narelle. Give it back to me for a second.
Okay, I'm gonna give it. You can have it right on back.
That's when, you know, of course, we cut our meat.
Okay, there you go.